News Channel 5's Alexandra Cohen talked with family members and neighbors as they try to come to terms with how the gruesome crime played out.
After 9 a.m. Sunday morning, a mother called police worried about her daughter. She saw home surveillance video of Irene Torres being dragged away from her Old Hickory home on 9th Street. Police went to speak to her ex-boyfriend, DWAYNE HERELLE Jr. in Bellevue, and he told them he hadn't seen her. But Irene's dad wouldn't take that for an answer. So he goes to HERELLE Jr.'s apartment himself and demands answers. That's when HERELLE claims Irene is at a downtown hotel. They decide to drive there together, and HERELLE confesses that he stabbed and killed his daughter Irene. Off camera, we talked to some family members, and they tell us they're still trying to process what happened. Police say HERELLE Jr. was waiting on Irene to get home, and he stabbed her in the driveway during an argument. Then he told detectives he stuffed her in his trunk, drove to Bellevue, and put her in a plastic container in his closet. Crime tape still waves in the wind outside his home.
I feel awful that it happened. It was a shock to when we heard the news.
Neighbors like Michael at 865 Bellevue are trying to wrap their head around such a grisly crime.
It is really scary to hear, and you never think this stuff is going to happen so close to home, but it just goes to show you just how unexpected things can be.
HERELLE is now behind bars without bond for murder.
This is the first time we've ever heard of anything like this happening here, so it's a shock.
Reporting in Bellevue, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Alexandra. Domestic violence advocates have some tips if an abuser is waiting for you at your home. First, if you see them before you get out of your car, leave quickly. Head to the Family Safety Center or a police station. Second, if you worry they might be somewhere outside, lurking, you can run inside, lock the door, then call 911. And if you have children, teach them where to hide and how to call police.
First time today, Irene Torres' ex-boyfriend was in court. Her loved ones heard disturbing testimony. News 2's Nikki McGee reports on today's hearing.
Through white noise in court on Wednesday, you can hear faint screams as home surveillance footage played for the judge and defense. Police say it shows DWAYNE HERELLE Jr. allegedly stabbing Irene Torres after she returned home from work in Old Hickory.
They got into an argument and he began stabbing her. And after stabbing her, he put her in the trunk of his car.
Both HERELLE and Torres worked at a bar on Broadway. Wednesday, dozens of co-workers on top of rows of family members showed up to court, enduring shocking details hard to sit through.
I was told while I was standing there with the doctor that she was stabbed in excess of 17 times.
Detectives say before HERELLE drove Torres to his apartment, he stopped at a dumpster behind a grocery store where police found bloody pants in Torres' purse. But they say he lied to them when he told them the murder weapon was there. Eventually, they did find Irene after police say HERELLE confessed to her dad.
Went to the closet area and I could see the victim inside of a clear tote. Looked like she was wrapped in some type of comforter.
Details Torres' sister tells News 2 are still too shocking for family to talk about. But as the case heads to a grand jury, they hope to one day see justice.
Man, we back with another crazy story, man. Former MMA fighter allegedly stabbed his ex-girlfriend. He didn't want to let her go. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wanted her dead 17 times. Then you waited for her at her house. Bro, you ain't had nothing else going on. A month before she finally broke out and left, you know, when DWAYNE went to work. So she ran. She smashed the gas, went back to her parents' crib. And she was trying to have this shit over with, but, you know, it is what it is. So she went back to her parents' house. He wasn't going for it. They worked at the same spot. You know, little bar/lounge, something like that, I guess. But the whole moral of the story is, bruh just messed his whole life up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just walking away and leaving, let the shit be, let it be whatever she want to do. But it wasn't going for that. He wasn't going for it. So But like I said, you know, he must be comfortable with what he did in this situation because he ain't never getting out of prison. You done took a life of this young lady who had a whole life ahead of her, and you too. You just fucked all that up. Took her life. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much took everything that she was going to do in the future. You ain't give a damn. So it's just another crazy, senseless crime. Another crazy situation where, you know, bro was in love and he wasn't. It was like death do us apart. You know? And he made that shit come true. He made sure that that's what happened. 17 times? Come on, man. He meant to do that. That wasn't no accident. You know, it wasn't self-defense. It wasn't nothing. And you caught on camera doing everything. Then you waited for 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. That's the lick times. You know what I'm saying? So you there 1, 2 in the morning. What you doing? It's almost premeditated because he knew what he was about to do. Even though y'all got into an argument, why you bring a knife? You know? So that's the crazy thing about it. 17 times, boy, you was full of anger, boy. I don't know what the situation was, but you was full of anger. But like I said, man, it's just another senseless crime. And this was uncalled for. So like I said, man, you know, it's just another crazy situation, man, that's going on around the world about all this crime, jealousy, hate, you know, different stuff like that. People run off emotions, you know what I'm saying? And DWAYNE emotions was through the roof. He wasn't letting her go. You know, he want to keep a house in the crib, and then you can't get around them because they both worked at the same location. So that's another crazy situation. So you still got to see him on a daily basis. But, man, like I said, everything on camera, man. He stabbed her 17 times, you know, lied about her whereabouts. Then he confessed at the end, you know, but his life through. You know what I'm saying? He finna get 70 years. You know what I'm saying? If not the death penalty, he stabbed her 17 times out of anger, out of rage. Like, if I can't have you, nobody else can have you. You know what I'm saying? It's just another crazy situation, man. Prayers goes out to the Torres family. You know, and justice will get served. You know, he done threw his life away. It is what it is, man. It's just another crazy situation, you know, of about a senseless crime. But let me know what y'all think about this crazy story, man. Like I said, prayers goes out to the family. And, you know, bro, it's over with for you. You know, you made that move. You know, you got to deal with that. So, you know, you'll never see, you know, freedom again after this situation. You on camera, you can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he played not guilty. I don't know why you played that. Y'all going to trial or whatever. That's crazy. But let me know what y'all think about this crazy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? And watch the people around you, man, and the people that you love and love you. And at the end, will they be able to take y'all not being together and everybody still continuing their life to be great? And your exes and the people you was with, you know, be happy for you through them situations, even though they can't share the good times with you. You know, that ain't every situation. A lot of situations, people just like, hey, you know, if I go, we both go. And that seemed like that was this situation. She didn't want to be with him no more. She didn't want to be, you know, abused, damaged, and all of that no more. She got the hell on, man. Went back to her parents' house. But let me know what y'all think about this story, man. We out. Bow.